What is up guys, DanishAviation here, and today I will show this unboxing and review of this model. It's made by Panda, and as you can see clearly here on the title, it's an Airbus A321neo. I know it doesn't show here, but as you can see here, we have a Lufthansa in very nice box. Really like the gold trim around it. There's nothing really on here on the back side, but let me just open it. So here we have the model. So we have it in here in a plastic box, so it's not up to the quality of, let's say, NG. Here we open it. Very nice little box, and a very nice little aircraft itself. Let's go to the review, and we will talk about the aircraft itself. So now to the mold. The mold itself is a really good mold, and it's very accurate. It has some it has an antenna up here, two back here, and also an antenna right down here, and everything is neat and tight. The wings are really fantastic, fitted on, and the tail is really good, and yeah, everything is really good to look at on this aircraft. Yeah, the mold itself is really good, really surprising actually. So well, of course the mold gets a 10 out of 10. And to the livery, it is very simple livery. As you can see, it's just white and very dark blue, and therefore there can't really be many mistakes on this. It's very hard to do it actually. So the lettering Lufthansa is perfect, no chips at all, and also a very funny thing on the rear aircraft as well. There is a small light yellow spot right to the door, right at the door right there, because Lufthansa doesn't have any yellow on the new livery as they had before. But I've heard that the yellow painting is something that you should touch every time that you go on the aircraft, before of course it takes off, when you board the aircraft, and it gives Lufthansa luck or something like that, and that's why they placed the yellow spot right there so people can touch it. I don't know if it's true, but I mean, it could really be a possible thing. I don't know if it's really hard to see it here on the camera, but on the rear aircraft, I've seen it many times. There is a really yellow spot right at the door, to the right of the door. But the painting on the tail is really good. They really captured the dark blue, really dark blue color on the tail. But there is a small thing here with the Panda model. I don't know if it's only my model or something like that, but there's a small paint chip right up here, which is really annoying to have, of course, on such a small aircraft, and when it's so simple to have. Delivery is so simple, so but delivery gets a 9 out of 10. And now to the wings. The wings are just perfect. There's really nothing wrong with them. The painting is surprisingly good. It's very thin, but not too thin to look so you can see the middle, but it's not too thick, and it's not glossy like Phoenix have done it with their models many times. This is just awesome, and as you can see, the winglets are really good on this model as well. The detailing is simply perfect. The shape is amazing, but yeah, everything is really awesome on the wings, and therefore the wings of course gets a 10 out of 10. And now to the engines. The engines are really good to look at, and of course, as you know, the engines here on the Neo are much bigger than the old engines of the CO version, but of course on the Airbus A321 it looks quite smaller compared to the normal Airbus A320neo. But that said, the engines are really good on this model. They are stable, they are really fitted tightly on, and they don't wobble to the side or anything like that. And the fan blades are the correct color, which is really awesome on this kind of aircraft, which is really small. But there are some small problems with the engines, and it's the front rim, the silver rim at the front. It got some small paint chips front, and it's really not a huge problem, and it's really hard to see it. You can only see it when you look very close to it. But otherwise the engines are really good. So the engines get a 9 out of 10, and only a 9 out of 10 because of the paint chips. Otherwise the engines are really good. Now to the landing gear. Well, the landing gear, what did I expect? I expected them to be okay. I don't know, it's my second Panda model, and the first one was actually quite good, and got better when I rolled it sometimes. It got better, but this, compared to the size of the aircraft, this is on top of the most NG models that I have. The only model that really overgoes this model is the United 737, which is actually smaller than this A321, which is actually quite surprising. That these small aircraft have the best landing gear on any models that I have, which is fantastic to know that they are really good. You can try to listen now at the landing gears and comment down below what you think. I know it sounds a bit rocky, but trust me, the landing gear is really good this time on this size of aircraft. The front landing gear is actually the worst part of the landing gear, but I mean, what can you expect? The tires are seriously the smallest things that I've seen on any aircraft model. So yeah, well, the landing gear gets a 9 out of 10 actually, and that's because of the landing gear, front landing gear. But otherwise the landing gears are perfect to the size of the aircraft. But yeah, and now to the conclusion. It is a really good model to have. I mean, I don't have any other Lufthansa models right now, but I might get some others, but it's only narrow bodies that I will get. But the conclusion, well, this model gets a 47 out of 50. I know it's not on top, but it is very close, and it's only because small paint chips on the engines and the tail and the front landing gear is kind of it's not the best, but it's neither the worst. It is beyond the average. And that's really it for me, guys. I hope you will like this review, and yeah, nothing else to say, and then have a great flight.